kinds of gunshots.
Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Kick Up Flicks. My name is Chris Dean. I hope you are having a fantastic day today. So, I went to go see The Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, and I loved the battle throughout the whole entire movie. The rest of it was a good, it just kind of pushed the plot along, and I think it got a little too complicated because it was very hard to figure out what you were paying attention to. And what I mean by that is that this story was pretty much about Dumbledore and Grindelwald and their love relationship for each other, and how this trinket that they have, this unbreakable blood bond that they have between each other, says that they can't fight each other no matter what side that they're on. And since they can't fight each other throughout the whole entire movie, they use everybody else. And then all of a sudden, you have pawns, and this became a game of chess and to see who was going to win. Now, was there an all out battle of my side versus your side? No, this wasn't that. You had Dumbledore, who used Newt to deliver messages because he was a messenger pretty much this whole entire movie. This wasn't really focused on Newt catching different beasts of rarity and stuff like that and holding them or putting them in his suitcase. In fact, I don't even think you entered the suitcase throughout the whole entire movie. So if you were expecting that, this is not the movie for you right now. However, that's all Newt really kind of did there, and he delivered messages. Now, Grindelwald, on the other hand, he used everybody at his command, everybody that he was with, and you never really knew exactly 100% who was working for him or who was working with him. However, everyone that he did use, he used effectively out in the open and with almost kind of like force. He was forcing a movement to happen, and then he had a huge following, which the government or the wizarding world felt threatened, because if you kind of went against him, you would have riots and mayhem in the streets. But if you went with him, you would have praise and a little bit of calmness in the streets. So it was kind of like one of those battles throughout what should we do throughout the whole entire movie. And Dumbledore wanted one thing, Grindelwald wanted another, and you kind of knew exactly what it is. Other than that, when it came to Ezra Miller playing Credence, he did a really good job playing Credence. However, he was nothing but a punching bag throughout this whole entire movie. I was hoping at that point in time we were going to get something a little more than just a punching bag, but no, that's exactly what we got. We got a punching bag who, if he wasn't failing or doing something, then he was pretty much kind of longing for something. It was like a longing Credence. Of stuff, family, and things that he wanted because he's a Dumbledore. Moving past that aspect, Mads Mikkelsen, who plays Grindelwald, did a fantastic job. When he was on the screen, he literally carried the whole entire movie when he was on the screen. It was really good. You paid attention to everything he said. All of his movements were very strategic. You can see the hatred and love for the type of people that he had, how he played his anger with calm, cool, and passion, but then you can see that infernal rage of wanting purity within the wizarding world. I mean, it was just really good, and I would probably rewatch this movie again just to see that whole entire aspect again. The politics, on the other hand, kind of got to me. It was high stakes politics, like, we're talking about the leader of the wizarding world and the threat that it could have if you have the wrong leader, and it just, you just never really felt the high stakes. I don't know, that could just be my opinion. It was just, there was just something missing, or maybe they could have just taken it out and went a different direction. I'm not really too sure, but it just kind of felt like a buildup of something to nothing. And I'm not really too big of those kind of buildups when I don't really get anything for it, or I don't really see the threat as, like, I understand what Grindelwald represents. I understand his goals and what he wants. And that right there is menacing within itself. I mean, just the threat of him being able to have such a large amount of people on his side that were willing to do anything that they want for him. But yeah, the rest of it was just kind of like, it is what it is. Jessica Williams and Dan Folger, on the other hand, oh man, I love the way they work together and the comedy aspect. It was funny. I mean, they were just so good. Just how they lightened the mood and they made a tense situation funny, and then it made you want to care for for all the it made you want to care for both of these characters and the positions that they were put in, and hoping that they make it out. I mean, that's I really did love it just because of those aspects. All in all, is this movie great? It's a good movie. Is it one of the best of the top 3? Yeah, I believe it is. It really does elevate compared to the other two movies. It was just a lot. The one thing that made it stand out the most was the battle with Dumbledore and Credence. I love that battle. That was probably my favorite battle throughout the whole entire movie. Once again, it's a battle in the middle. Then there was a battle at the end, and it was actually pretty decent as well. Other than that, there wasn't like no real major battles. There was a couple of like really cool spells that were being used. Toward the end of the movie, where one of my favorite ones, which really doesn't give it away. I don't want to say, because in the event that it does ruin it for you and you haven't seen it yet, but yeah, toward the end, it does pick up with the more of a wizarding battle thing, if that's your aspect of what you're going for. So yeah, all in all, it's a good movie. It's rounded, but at the same time, there's so much. So it's a movie that's good for right now. It's in the present. I don't know how long it'll hold up. It's not as flushed out as I had wanted it to be, but it's here, and I hope they make more. And so let me know down in the comments what you think. And don't forget, if you like what I'm doing and you survived with me this long, right? Subscribe. Hit that bell notification, because it does help me out with that YouTube algorithm. And click that bell notification for every time I post. You won't miss anything. And most of all, don't forget to kick up and not down. And have a great time. And I will see you the next time I post.